From Tyrannosaurus to Triceratops, to new weapons for the humans and even a brand new concept art to go through, there's a lot to talk about for the Isle of Evrima, so let's just dive right to it, especially stuff from their latest devblog. Let's get it. Let's start with both Tyrannosaurus and Triceratops. We know that there are a fair few creatures coming, with Dilophosaurus, Herrerasaurus and Diabloceratops coming in the next update, whereas Tyrannosaurus and Triceratops will be coming after that. And these are two dinosaurs that are some that people are very excited for. So let's start with those two, the later two, Tyrannosaurus and Triceratops. Basically, the animation cycle has begun for both Tyrannosaurus and Triceratops, with the animator saying this: "I've been looking forward to working on Triceratops again and giving it a real nice tune-up. First thing though, it needs a rig update. Those puppet strings haven't been serviced since before Legacy if memory serves, so it's getting a thorough update before we dive into animation. Rex got the same treatment already, and it is a real terrifying chungus." We also know that the Rex development won't be streamed by the animator, but Brian, who is the animator, has already completed new locomotion animations for all of the growth stages for Tyrannosaurus. However, he did also say that the next time we'll probably see Rex is when it's chomping down on us, which indicates the next time we'll see that dinosaur is when it's in the game. So we're unlikely to see any teasers, any work, anything like that for Tyrannosaurus Rex from now on. Maybe a little bit of chatter regarding it, but that might be all. And that comes from the animator himself. But who knows, things might change. It might be a while until Rex comes to the game, so we're probably going to end up seeing something regarding it, hopefully at one point. Triceratops, we're probably going to see more to do with it, because especially Brian has yet to start the proper animations for it, but he's also very excited to share it and get to it, so it looks like he might probably share stuff regarding it. But that's them two. Herrerasaurus, Dilophosaurus and Diabloceratops are the three next creatures. Update 6.5 is done. These are likely to be a part of Update 7. Firstly, for the animations, Brian said this: "Over the last few months, he's been finishing up Dilophosaurus animations and finishing Herrerasaurus attacks and locomotion animations." And then we go into the sound design, which the first one is about Diabloceratops. The majority of its adult vocalizations are complete, and that's that for Diabloceratops. Dilophosaurus is when we hear more of the good stuff. With Dilophosaurus, the sounds are still in development, however the aim is to make them extremely unique. The danger and threat calls, main elements will consist of pitched down bird shrieks, as well as some sourced from metal creaks, bowed styrofoam, Aztec death whistles, and so much more. The shrill sounds are underpinned by gurgling roars and fluttery hisses too. The broadcast, attract, and the generic calls are pretty much similar to that of the legacy versions. There's a lot to do with Dilophosaurus regarding sounds that's still in progress, but it's going to be very unique for its sounds and probably fit alongside a very unique gameplay style as well, something that I'm very excited for and very look forward to seeing in the game. It's going to be very exciting, very cool, and I can't wait for it. Let me know what you think about these ones. Out of these 5 dinosaurs, which one are you most excited for? Personally, I want to see how Rex and Trike match up in the game, but I also can't wait for Diabloceratops and Herrerasaurus. Herrerasaurus mainly because it can climb trees, which is going to be really cool. Realistically, I can't really title this section guns. It's more likely going to be titled human weapons, because YouTube's finicky about this stuff regarding firearm content, so let's hope they don't slap me with some kind of limitation and maybe just a slap on making it not watchable in some places. But anyways, Visual Tech, who does showcase a lot of this stuff and is the 3D modeler for the game, showcased no buildings this month, only weapons. Saying this, I've been tasked with getting our beloved humans some weapons, starting with our own version, which mostly is based on the M24, a lever action bolt rifle with a vast amount of attachments. They also spoke about the attachment system for all weapons in the game. They've set some standards regarding both rails and the attachment system. Rail size will be uniform, meaning any attachment that makes sense will be interchangeable between guns in the game, which is going to be really cool. And then obviously we've got some images of the rifle. It looks really nice. It's a classic hunting rifle and I really love the look of it. It will feature an 8x scope, which will also assist you in hunting, which obviously ties into the fact that it's going to be a good hunting rifle that will probably pack a punch, especially especially with it being bolt action. We also have a pistol, which is probably better for close range combat. This was also shown off. This is a combination of a few designs overlaid in the framework of a P226 derivative. Really nice weapon. Seems it has a flashlight, a silencer, and a small sight on it as well, which is pretty nice to see. This looks like stuff that you can take off, like the silencer, the flashlight, and obviously the sights on it as well. It looks like something you could probably take off the weapon, which will be pretty cool. And that is the guns that we have so far for the Isle. Probably quite a bit more to talk about in the future, but I can't wait to see more about it. Anyways, yeah, that's that. Let's go on to the closing comments and let's talk about Suchomimus' concept art. With the closing comments, I know it's probably best to get through these quickly. I've been able to pull out some important things from this, which is going to be interesting. Ultimately, Kiss and Kitten said that there's new playables on the horizon: Diabloceratops, Dilophosaurus, Herrerasaurus, and Tyrannosaurus. Each of these are at varying stages of completion, and each of them will be ushering in new mechanics. They are pulling out all the stops as well to ensure that it's going to be immersive, impactful, and unique to the Isle. And also they are reiterating that Rex will only be on community servers at the time being, for now, when it goes out, because it's mainly because that there's no other Apexes that will compete with it on officials, so it's just going to be overpowered and will just outcompete everything. And they also mentioned that the animation team has grown massively, so there's a lot of new people who are getting to grips with the work and getting taught the workflow and everything like that, and are now getting their tasks set, which is going to be awesome to see that soon, and hopefully it will take effect with some of the upcoming playables as well. But yeah, it's going to be very awesome. But yeah, that's the closing comments, or the majority of them. Obviously, here is the full dialogue there. If you want to check it out, you can pause and read it over. The middle paragraph was just talking about Legacy and how they went through Evrima, and it's pretty much a whole new game and they're building it from the ground up. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Anyways, Suchomimus' concept art. Let's talk about that. Now, Suchomimus' concept art, I'm very excited to showcase this to you all, and I can't wait to talk about it. But they did mention some things here, and I'm going to go over them before I go into it. They basically said it was tricky to come up with ideas for it, but the main features are it has a pelican mouth, and its lifestyle is wading based. It navigates easily through shallower water, and could utilize mud to defend its eggs against egg-stealing creatures. And it won't pack a punch too much with its bite. Unless you're a smaller dinosaur, then of course you're going to be in quite a little pickle when this thing attacks you. However, its mouth is more adept at carrying more food, which is good for babies, good for the dinosaur overall because you can store more food, and also you can carry water to your babies as well. Let's dive into the concept art. Firstly, this thing will probably be able to swallow big fish whole. I know small dinosaurs can't swallow the big fish like the catfish and all that whole. It looks like this thing will be able to, especially with that pelican mouth. Then we see what looks like some Ostroraptors up there. I'm going to assume those are Ostroraptors. And then you've got the Suchomimus in the water doing its wading lifestyle. It looks like it'll be hunting prey from above the water rather than swimming in the water, and using its like vision and maybe its snout and its claws to be able to get the fish that are in the shallower areas. Then of course, also tying into the fact here, you'll be able to hunt the smaller creatures like the baby and swallow them whole in one fell swoop. I know you can't really see it because my face is there, 1 second, but look at that. It's pretty much caught the baby and now it's swallowing it whole. So that ties into the fact that you'll be able to do that and swallow things whole, and once again you'll be able to carry a lot in your mouth as well. This looks like a fairly big corpse as well. I'm not sure what exactly the corpse is. Oh, don't know why that's happened, but yeah, it looks like it's a fairly big one at that. It looks like you'll be able to hold quite a big amount of food. Moving on here, we have other stuff down here, using its kind of mouth to pick up water. This ties into what they mentioned about being able to carry water to its hatchlings, so you'll be able to scoop water from the rivers, then take it to your hatchlings, be able to drink from that as well. So yeah, that's a good way to take care of your young as well without putting them in danger of the waterways. And then of course, putting your eggs in mud pools, so the oviraptors and stuff like that, the egg stealing creatures, won't be able to get to the eggs because they'll get trapped in the mud pools, and then you'll be able to pick them off. Unless of course it's a dinosaur that can jump quite far, then you might be in a little bit of a pickle. That's a very interesting and unique mechanic. We know how to put your eggs in your nest in a situation where traditional dinosaurs won't be able to get it, whereas ones that can jump quite far will still be able to get it. So you'd still have to protect it, but it's still out in the open and pretty much easier to be protected. And that's everything to do with the SUCHOMIMUS concept art. It's very exciting, and it's very nice to know about this stuff because obviously they spoke about it in the devblog as well. Let me know what you think about this concept art, because I think it's absolutely awesome. Let me know your thoughts. There we have it, everybody. That is the Isle's latest devblog. If you want to check out the full devblog, I recommend you do. There's a lot to go over. I went over pretty much everything aside from the update 6.5 stuff, because the update's here now and we don't really need to really talk about it anymore. We talk about the future onwards and upwards from here. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what dinosaur you are most excited for. But other than that, I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.